the first thing we want to do in Dronelink is start a new plan. Once that's selected, it'll ask us for a takeoff location, and there is a field behind my house that's perfect for testing mapping. So I'll just select my backyard. As you can see, I've done some other missions there. So once that's selected, it'll ask you for a name, and I'm just going to name it Test Field Map. That gives us a takeoff point. That orange circle is our radius. As long as we're within that circle, it'll allow us to run a plan. So we'll add a component called map, and then we will select this field back here for our map. Default is set to Phantom 4 Pro, which I'm flying a Mavic Mini, so I will select Mavic Mini, and that will give me the camera settings that I need. I'll set the altitude to 75 feet. I'm going to leave everything else at default. Target distance, I will set to 75 feet as well. So the map is quite large by default. I'm going to drag the corners in to just be within this field area. Kind of straighten it up, get it as square as I can here. All right, that looks pretty good. Next, I'm going to take the starting location. I'm going to move it because I don't want to fly this pattern. I find flying it diagonally tends to give me a little bit better results. So I'm going to move the starting location up in this corner over here. Next, I will make a mistake. I am going to set action on finish to auto land, which you'll see later why that's not a good idea. Now we're going to look at a preview. So this preview, it gives you all the telemetry and information that you need. You'll see it gives you the estimated time it's going to take. It's going to show the camera commands that it's doing. It's going to show the captures that it's taking. It's going to show the gimbal controls, and it's also going to show your battery life. You see in the right corner there, it shows a map with the plan. If you hit this play button right here in the left, it will actually fly the mission and give you an idea of what you're actually going to see when the drone is actually in the air. This way, before you even fly the mission in real life, you can come through here and you can fine-tune any changes that you may have to make. This one's pretty straightforward, so I don't think we'll really need to sit through the entire mission. On the preview, we can just kind of get an idea that it's actually going where we want it to go, and then we will go out and actually fly the drone. So now we're outside with Dronelink. I just open the app, and then I open the flight plan that I just created online, and it will connect to the drone, and it's going to look just like any other first-person view on the drone. All you have to do at this point is just hit the start button up in the upper left-hand corner.
3, 2, 1. Starting mission.
You'll see down in the lower left-hand corner, you've got the map. That's the flight plan we just created. And at this point, Dronelink takes over. You don't have to do anything. It flies it all by itself. At this point, I'm not doing anything but just watching the drone. I'm keeping it in line of sight. so I always know where it's at. And I have my finger on the override button in case anything goes wrong. I can override Dronelink and fly it back manually. So it will get into position and it will start flying the mission and taking the pictures. As you can see in the lower left-hand corner, the drone follows the map perfectly. So I'm going to fast forward through this part and then I will show you the results a little bit later. I'm going to stop right here. Remember earlier when I said that putting the setting to auto land at the end of the mission was a bad idea? This is why. The drone is now attempting to land on top of a tree. That's why I keep my finger on the override button, because I was watching it and I was able to tell that it was landing on top of a tree, so I just hit the override and flew it back and landed manually.